Life's with deep, going deep, Chad and JT.
All right, Stokers, welcome to episode 15 of the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. My name is Chad Kroger. I'm here with my colleague, JT.
What's up, dudes?
What up? And we are here live. Well, we're not live, but we're coming at you hard.
We're live.
Yeah, we're live recording.
Yeah.
Feeling the heat, feeling good, and hopping right into it. How you feeling, JT?
Well, I mean, you said you're feeling the heat, and I got to be honest, I've been feeling the breeze lately. It has been a cold front in California.
Indeed.
Except for one Saturday. Last Saturday was special. It was sunny the whole day.
Yeah.
But absent of that, it's been cold.
The heat's coming back, though. I'm remaining optimistic in this trying time, but yeah, I was pretty pissed today.
Because of the cold?
Yeah.
How did your anger manifest itself?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I mean mugged a few more people in traffic, but hopefully they understood. I wasn't trying to send negative vibes, but it felt like the earth was trying to give them to me, and I projected it onto people. I was like mean mugging. I'm like, you're gonna drive like that, and I regret it now, but people make mistakes. So how about you?
Resistance is futile. My anger manifests itself, well, when I was younger, it used to manifest itself as like me punching walls with varying degrees of success. I mean, I think when you punch a wall, you want to make it a full fist through the wall.
Yeah.
But oftentimes I'd punch the wall and there'd be no give.
Yeah.
And leave me just with a sore hand.
That makes you look like a real Sally.
Yeah.
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 Not to call you Sally, but...
No, I felt bad for Sallys out there. Who I know a Sally who's pretty strong upper body-wise.
For sure.
And you know what? Lower body-wise, too.
Nice. Strong trunk. But yeah, I'm just saying the intention wasn't met.
No, I know you're not picking on me. I love you to death. Yeah, but I punched the wall and like my fist wouldn't go through, and I'm like, damn it, when am I going to be a man? But now that I am a man, my anger just manifests itself as more smiling now. Yeah, the more angry I get, the more I smile.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not going to let my anger ruin my good day.
That kind of confuses me because maybe on days when I think you're having a really solid day, you just are super pissed.
It's turmoil underneath it.
Yeah.
But it's not a lie. It's me trying to make the best of what I'm dealing with.
You're a complex guy.
Come on, man. Don't compliment me like that. You know I love to hear it.
I know. I was just trying to pick on you.
You're a complex guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty complex.
Oh, were you being sarcastic when you called me complex?
No, I was being serious.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to make a joke in there and it didn't work.
Or it worked too well.
Yeah.
And I'm unaware of my blind spots.
I think we're both just super complex.
I think we did enough of this last week with the universe talk too.
Yeah.
Do you on balance, do you think people are complicated or simple?
On balance?
Like if you had to which of the world is one or the other?
I think people are complicated.
Yeah.
For sure.
I could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But I think you're right.
I think the goal is to simplify it. I don't know. Actually, I think people appear simple, but they might be the most complicated. Like, people will often say to me, they'd be like, dude, you chill so hard, Sometimes I see you just staring at a wall, and it seems like you're just content with what you're doing. And I'm like, well, I'm actually thinking a lot, but the wall is just something to focus on while I ponder huge questions. Am I drinking too much Bud Light? Am I partying too much? Am I not partying enough? Am I bronzing enough? Should I switch to Hanes t-shirts?
Am I fucking enough?
We all think that. We all wonder. Are you?
It's tough to say. I would... Look, I hate to betray myself. I want to be mature, but I'd have to say there's been only a few times in my life where I felt like I was fucking enough.
Yeah.
A few moments.
Mm-hmm.
Typically right after I bust, where I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this the right amount of times.
Yeah. And then 20 minutes go by and you're like, I need to come again.
You're like, I need to come again.
Let's bone again.
Let's bone again. Take you a ride on the bone coaster.
Strap in.
All aboard.
Choo choo.
Watch your hands.
Hey, can you be a caboose this time?
She butt fucked me. She butt fucked me.
Yes.
I'm not opposed to anything. Just because I'm instinctively not for it doesn't mean I'm going to rule it out. But if my girl wants to pummel my butt, well, that's just up to Chad.
Dude, you mean it?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, things like that are so complicated. I don't know if I could trust my own decision maker.
Mhm.
So I'd love to export that to someone I know has my best interest and like who understands me well enough to know what I would want.
Dude, I love that because I think you always got to ask for feedback, you know? And if it's
I'm big on feedback.
why can't it be brought into the bedroom as well, you know? Like if she's like, "Hey, so I was thinking maybe we role play." I'm like, "All right, well, let me text JT about it and see what he has to say about it." I'd be like, "Hey, dude, she wants me to play like a doctor. What do you think?" Like,
I'm like, Chad, you know, I think that's a strong character for you.
yeah.
But I don't know if that's really going to play to your strengths as much. I see you as
Yeah.
more of an explorer.
Yes, thank you.
So if she could have you play an explorer and she could be part of the indigenous population when you
Yeah.
land on whatever country you guys decide, could be fictional, it could be real. And then, yeah, I think, you know, you're someone who's looking for adventure. You're someone who's looking to find truths that will change the country you came from. And
Yeah.
you're really looking to meet some different people.
And she should be Mia Toretto because that's what the explorer finds.
You know what else? You're not just going to explore the land.
Yeah.
You're going to explore her body,
Yes.
her mind,
Mm-hmm.
her toes.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that feedback. I knew doctor was not my steez. So you're a fucking beast, dude. All right, I'm going to tell her right now. Hey, babe. Babe.
Yes, honey.
I talked to JT about it.
You talked to JT about our bedroom life?
Yes, because one of my dogs will give me the best feedback. You need to bounce ideas off.
It's just a little embarrassing. What did he tell you?
He said I'm more of an explorer type.
Oh my God.
Right?
That's so hot.
Yes, thank you.
Chad Jellin, get on top of me.
Yes. Why do you think I have this hair? You know, I was going for...
Circumnavigate this ass, Chad Jellin.
Thank you, JT, for... I get anal now because of your feedback. JT.
Are you calling me JT while we have sex?
No, I'm just, you know, the royal JT.
Okay. The royal JT that sent you on this expedition.
Mm-hmm. King JT.
Well, I think he's going to like all the gold you find in here.
Is that your butt?
Yeah.
All right, how should I dive in?
Honey, come on. You just have to make a choice. Don't ask.
Okay.
Oh, babe, your cock is fat.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm going to come. If I play with my pussy, I'm definitely going to come.
I don't feel a treasure in there.
Honey, that's so rude. Don't insult my butt when you're in it.
Well, you said there was a treasure.
Not literal.
But I'm an explorer. You know this. I don't just sail the seas of your butt
Honey,
for no reason. I need to find treasure.
did you genuinely think there was going to be treasure in my butt? Honey, ow! Feels good. Your cock's fat. Oh, fuck. That feels good.
You sound like JT getting fucked now. Oh, JT?
Oh, what up, dude?
How'd you take the place of my GF?
Oh, yeah, you're going to play that game again? Where's my GF? Where's my GF?
What?
Where you act too drunk every time we have sex.
Oh,
It's me.
Oh.
It's always been me.
Oh, my God.
What?
Oh,
Are you coming?
yes.
Why do you come and cry at the same time?
Because I realize this every time.
'Cause you're complicated.
It's my GF.
Because you're so complicated. Oh, and so rigidly hard, regardless of how many times you spew.
Okay, I came. I'm done. Later.
All right, that's it for episode 16. Love to hang out with you guys.
All right, Stokers.
Sending you guys out on a high note. No advice this week, guys. Sorry about that. How was How was your trip?
It was solid, dude. It was super solid. It was I went to Argentina for my brother's 40th birthday. And I don't know, should I put out into the public domain that I shot birds?
Yeah, I think you should. I mean, just be genuine about like how it felt and stuff.
Yeah, so went to Argentina for my big bro's birthday. Shout out to Bill. Love you, Bill. Shout out to my bro Mark. Love you, Mark. My two bros, the best.
Legends of the week last week.
Legends of the week. Every week in my head. On top of the legend that I have. And we had a solid crew. Some of my big bros crew. So his squad. That was the youngin' on the trip, and we had a really solid time. We went pigeon dove hunting. I like to say pigeon; it makes me feel better about it. Because when you say doves, you're like, but don't you like release doves when you celebrate life?
Doves are like sacred.
Yeah, but then like a squad of dudes comes in and shoots them with shotguns.
A pigeon is a rat with wings.
Yeah, so I prefer calling them pigeons because they look like pigeons. They weren't like white like doves.
Right.
They look like pigeons. So I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you guys were pigeons, and it was just a 3-day shooting and eating spree.
Orgy of shooting.
Yeah.
And feasting.
Feasting on steaks, all kinds of meat, and just some serious bonding.
Dude, it scales high on the Masco scale.
For sure. I felt like it was almost as significant as doing squats for 3 days. Like that's how my T levels felt after. Yeah, I think that's what steak and shotguns. I think they're on par.
Steak and Shotguns would be like a really cool name of a book.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to everyone's dad for Christmas.
Yeah. It was cool. I love speaking Spanish. I'm fluent. And pero yo me gustar.
Is that as fast as you can do it?
Sí.
Bueno.
Sí.
An Uber driver today, quick tangent, guys, said that Chad and I's laugh harmonized.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
It was really nice. It was like one of those things where it's embarrassing, but you're also like, it's embarrassed, but it's more sweet than embarrassing.
Yeah. Oh, so one thing I want to say about the trip, it's funny. I feel like out of all my bros, I think I'm probably the most sensitive one.
Your biological brothers.
Yeah. Just because maybe I'm the youngest, and my mom and I'm more of a mama's boy. I don't know. I'm just the most sensitive one. I think. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna say this. Maybe I'm just more transparent about my sensitivity. But big bros, if you're listening, I think you guys are the sensitive ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna listen.
Yeah. So, you can call me sensitive all you want. But you know what? I see some emotion in both you dudes. And it's there.
Dude, that's a big dick move.
Yeah.
Because labeling what the other sibling is feeling is typically an older to younger move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they usually do that with me. One thing my brother always likes to say is something if like he can just tell when my energy's off.
Yeah.
It can he'll be like, "You know why? Cuz you feel sorry for yourself right now." I'm like, "The fuck? How do you know this shit?" Or it's almost like they'll point out a way you're feeling, and you're like, I don't know. Sometimes I'll be like, well, but I'm not, and he's like, yes, you are, and I'm like, well, kind of, but I'm not.
Right.
I don't know.
There's a transformative quality to being labeled.
Yeah, but I just, it was just, I'm not, I'm not a big hunter per se, but I was pretty. It was a great feeling to shoot a bird in the face and then look over at my brother, one of the two brothers. There are multiple moments of like this, and just see how much pride they had. Just they would just be beaming.
Genuinely?
Yeah, they'd be like, that was a good shot, and I'd finish off the bird.
Equal participants in the killing of a shared enemy.
Yeah. So, I don't know, just big bros. I'm glad we could share that, and at the expense of those pigeons. And thank you, pigeons, for helping strengthen the bonds of my brotherly ties. Dude, I was reminiscing on one of your stories a couple weeks ago at the bar in Newport, where the guy comes out, like the model-looking guy. He's like, "Wait a second, dude. You think you could just clown on my friend like that, dude?"
Yeah.
Just like, I can picture that.
With a
dude,
girl
so-
behind him.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. So you guys think you just roll up, punch my buddy, and then bail without repercussions?
No, it was more bro-y than that. It was like, oh, what? Hey, dude, what?
Oh, dude, you dudes think you can just roll up and sock my bro and then get out without something happening? Nah, dude.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. That's so funny. Yeah, I used to have like friends who were like such bros, and I'm the biggest bro in the world. I love bros. Come on, bro. Who would just be like, yeah, dude, people tell me like my punches are fast and on target. He would like say that to me before our families would have dinner together. I was like, I thought it was awesome. I was like, that's fucking cool, dude. People tell you that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what vivid descriptions from his high school friends.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a smart way to describe punching.
It's just like, wow, DJ, nice punches.
I've noticed your punches. Yeah, like you have enough punches between each other to study them and analyze them. But
Yeah.
TJ, I've noticed your punches are super on target. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Billy. Yeah.
Thank you, dude.
I was hanging with my girlfriend. I have a girlfriend, Stokers. I don't know if I've told you guys that yet, but I have a lady. And we ran into her family by surprise. And I don't know what it is. Like, I can talk to anybody. Like, you know, you've seen me. I love communicating with people.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I could talk to a wall. But whenever I get in front of them, it really brings out the limp dick in me. And we ran into her uncle, and he hadn't seen me in a while. He's like, oh, so JT, what have you been up to? And I was like, how do you mean? Like, it was kind of a weird response. And he was like, I mean, how have you been? And I was like, oh, pretty good, dude. Follow me on Instagram. I said something right, like trying to be funny, but it didn't come across as a joke. My girlfriend said I sounded totally serious. So I asked this like 65-year-old guy with a deep tan and a Hawaiian shirt on to follow me on Instagram. He looked at me like, you're one of the weirdest people I've ever seen. And I was like, I'm not that weird. You just make me nervous, bro.
Maybe you look at yourself. Dude, I do. I totally relate to that. I think that happens more often to me than you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Maybe I'm just self-conscious.
Yeah, I think everyone seems to adore you.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Get over here.
No, I think it's because I'm the youngest dude. So I was always kind of just, I've always felt like my brothers were like watching everything I say.
You scrutinized. You felt scrutinized.
Yeah. So even when they're not even there, I'm just like, man, if Margaret Bell heard me say this, they'd think you're a fucking idiot. Piece of
that's
shit.
nice.
So maybe that's it. I don't know.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
It's like the coach who stays with you. You don't want to disappoint him.
Yeah.
What did you make it out to Coachella this year?
No, I didn't this year because I was in Argentina murdering pigeons.
You seem like, if I can be candid, when I look into your eyes, and you know how I do it, I can feel your conflict over what happened with the birds.
You can't.
Yeah, I swear to God, yeah.
Yeah, there's some deep turmoil in there.
Like, even when you were talking to people before, like off podcast, they'd be like,
Yeah.
how was your week? You were like, how do I say this? I did something.
Yeah, that's how I felt on the plane ride back. I'm like, I'm coming back a changed man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we all have to do things that we're not sure about.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing.
And we're both just nice. Like, we don't want to offend, like, vegetarians who listen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know some of our fans would be like, come on, dude, fuck the vegetarians.
Yeah.
And then let's go get some pussy, and then let's fuck that.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But the unfortunate thing is that the vegetarians usually end up being hot chicks.
That's true, too. You don't want to
Yeah.
talk about it because you're like,
Yeah.
I might talk to a hot chick in a little bit, and I don't think she's going to like this at all.
Yeah.
Were you aware of that while you were killing the pigeons? You were like, hot chicks are not going to like this.
I think I worried about that first, but I'm like, you know what? I think that once they sense that, like, oh, this guy's done some dangerous stuff, there'll be more of a turn on.
I think there's some girls, dude, maybe not in the cliques that we've been running with lately, but there's some girls who would be like, oh, you kill animals? That's very sexy and manly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those girls I'm always a little bit like, it's a little mean. So let's everybody's going to be coming to and from Coachella. Do you Do you have any really nice memories from Coachella?
I do. I think one of my best memories is a few years ago I snuck into Coachella. Long story short, my boy Jimmy, he's like, dude, I have a ticket for you. Come down to Indio. You're in. So I get down to Indio, and I'm like, so what's up, dude? And he's like, oh, dude, can't get your ticket. Sorry, dude. And I'm like, oh, drag, dude. I don't know how to get in. I don't have a ticket. So I just stuck around, hung out with Joe's dad for a bit. We had some IPAs, and at one point I was like, you know what? This is a great political discussion, Joe's dad, but you know what? I got to go melt my face. I just got an Uber, and I'm like, dude, take me to the fairgrounds. I'll figure it out from there. Outside the Coachella area, and I'm like, all right, how do I get in here? So I'm just walking around, and I see the exit, and it's dark, you know, Outkast is playing. I'm like, I got to get in there. So I start walking through the exit, and literally I just walked right in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and like there's one point where there's like security, and I see security, so I like stop, backpedal, and then I see them looking the other way, so I ran past them, and I just kept running, and eventually I just saw Outkast, and I was like, did I just get into Coachella without a pass? And I was just like, oh, dude.
Wait, so when you would walk through the exit, would you walk through backwards?
So what I would do is I would wear like a long sleeve shirt, and then like the way people got in it, like, is, you know, you'd wear your wristband and you'd put it through a little thing and it'd beep, you know?
Yeah.
They'd let you in. So I'd get in between two of my boys, you know, and they'd put their wristband in and they'd beep. I'd do the same motion really quickly. And then the next person would put theirs in, and I'd be sandwiched in between, and I would just slide in.
Nice.
It was great. Solid time.
My top Coachella memories, or just this is a funny thing that happened to me at Coachella. Me and A-Bomb were there, and we went to see Florence and the Machine, and we were getting so hyped during it. Like, we were just like jumping up and down. We were like, this is fucking awesome. We were like, yes. She's such a good performer. She was like ripping the fucking stage up, and we were just like, yes, yes, jumping up and down. And these two girls behind us, they tapped us, and they went, can you guys please stop making fun of this? And I looked at her with so much hurt in my eyes, and Andrew and I were like, we're not making fun of it. We love it.
Yeah.
And then we turned around and just had sad shoulders, like our shoulders sad, and we just sat there still. And then the girls literally, after like half a song, grabbed us. They were like, hey, look, we're really sorry. Can you guys start dancing again? And we were like, it's all good. And then we just sat there sad shoulders for another song. And then she grabbed us. She was like, guys, seriously, like, I'm sorry. Just have fun. And then we went, all right. And then we went back to jumping up and down. And like just being like, yes, Florence.
Oh, man. I got to go back. We should go back next year.
Dude, I know. I regretted not going this year. Like, last second, I just like, me and my girlfriend were like at Del Taco, and I just turned to her and I was like, should we do it? And she was like, do what? I was like, go to Coachella. She's like, over Coachella? She's like, no, like, I'm over it. I was like, I'm not over it. Yeah. Like, in my head, I didn't say anything, but like in my heart, I was like, I'm not over it, babe.
Yeah.
I still got some Coachella in me.
Dude, we should go next year. Let's plan that shit.
What about Stagecoach? It's a little lamer.
Yeah. I like hard beats.
If we had to pick Coachella or Stagecoach, is it like just easy?
Coachella.
For me, it's Coachella too.
Yeah. Stagecoach, I'd go to wear a cowboy hat and like I'd be like, oh, this is like quirky and fun. And I think it'd get old after like an hour. I
think every time you go to Stagecoach, it accelerates how fast you become your parents by like 20%.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay young.
Yeah, by the 5th time you go, like, you're fat with a huge beard.
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, I love the music. It's laid back. We just relax out by the RV, pop some beers. I brought some tri-tip this year. I mean, you can do that at Coachella too, but it's more like, dude, you brought tri-tip? Yes! Yeah. Yeah. And then, like, you make it, no one eats it, and then everyone eats it, like, at like 3 in the morning.
I marinated it with Molly.
All right, what's your take on Fortnite?
I don't know what it is. People keep talking about Fortnite. I'm like, I don't know what this is. What is it? Do you know? It's
a video game. I might have already fucked up. It might be a computer game.
I concur.
I think it's a computer game, and I think a lot of people, like a lot of celebrities, live stream themselves playing it. So you can like watch like luminaries like Ludacris or Andy Milonakis play Fortnite.
Yeah. Cool.
What'd you think about the Khloe Kardashian Tristan Thompson thing?
What happened?
Okay, so Khloe Kardashian, the youngest of the three,
Yeah.
was about to have a child with NBA player Tristan Thompson. He's a good offensive rebounder. And right before the baby was born, photos came out of him with a hot chick, and it looked like they were about, his like eyes were closed and his head was like nuzzling into her shoulder. And then video came out of him in a nightclub making out with two like pretty big mega babes. And towards the end of the video, like they're like sexually making out with them, like they're like teasing them, and they're like they're like laughing in between, giving him these like sultry kisses. And then towards the end of it, one of the girls puts her hand on his wiener and just starts like getting like super goofy happy, like she's like, oh, like this guy's got a big dong, and he's just laying there like super laid back, but obviously having like a pretty good time, being like, yeah, that's my big dong. And then so that video came out right before Khloe had the baby, so everyone's like, what are they gonna do, what are they gonna do? And if you went on like the comment section on Instagram, like everybody was like most of the comments were people being like, hey Tristan, look, everybody makes mistakes, it's how we bounce back from those mistakes that defines who we are as a man. And then some people were like, you're a pig, like you're the worst person since OJ. And then some people were just like, hey man, like you're the man still. So it was a wide array. I mean, he was getting, I doubt he liked any of it, he was getting hit hard. And then the baby was born, and they let Tristan into the room, and since then Khloe has been presenting as like a happy couple, so the notion is that she forgave him.
Interesting.
And then some people think that is this boring as fuck?
No.
And then some people think that the Kardashians orchestrated all of it. Because the video and the pictures are from like months ago, so whoever released them definitely released them to coincide with the birth of the baby, which would work for like a tabloid, but would also work for the Kardashians to give them maximum exposure and fodder for their TV show.
Yeah. It's hard for me to care about this stuff. You know.
Well, do you have like I mean, for sure, but do you feel bad for like Khloe?
No.
Yeah, she's doing fine.
Yeah. I feel bad for Lamar Odom. I feel like the sitch is always changing. I just know for sure that Kendall is a babe.
All right, dude, let's get into it. Who's your babe of the week?
My babe of the week? My babe of the week is my Spanish teacher, Marta. Yeah, thanks to her, I'm obviously fluent, as you guys saw earlier. And she was just like a babe among babes. Like, how do I describe her look? She looked like a mix between Penelope Cruz and Salma Hayek. Like a super in shape, just Spanish babe, Marta. And I think she truthfully, I think she thought I was kind of a jackass because I was pretty heavy into partying then. But I think she saw a lot of potential in me because she always gave me second chances, and I found it super hot. But Marta, just like, you know, your eloquence and what you taught me about, you know, the Spanish lisp and just the culture and just like your hotness in class made me like super interested in Spanish. And so you were able to take a dude who is, you know, getting into partying, you know, really just sort of not caring about school, just caring about my social status, about chicks, and about, you know, living life to the fullest in that respect. I think you were able to just like, with just the essence of who you are, you were able to put that to the wayside and be like, all right, this is Spanish class right now, Chad. So I need you to focus. And I'm like, Marta, usually all I can think about is Bud Light, but right now all I can think about is you. And she'd be like, C. And I'd be like, C. And then I became fluent. So thank you, Marta, for being such a mega babe in that respect.
Nice.
Yeah. How about, who's your babe?
My baby of the week is the director Kay Cannon. I just saw her movie Blockers. It was funny, dude. I really enjoyed it. John Cena is a phenomenal comedic actor. It had the right balance of like real with like kind of like hijinks. And yeah, it was just funny throughout. It was a cool inversion of the typical like virginity story. Yeah, I dug it. She's just a good comedy writer, and she's done other good comedy films. And if I'm being totally honest, her Google Images ain't bad either.
Oh, you dog.
I'm telling you. She is a fine-looking stargazer.
Yes.
And she used to be married to Jason Sudeikis, who I like to refer to as Jason Sudeikis' ass. So,
Why do you say that?
I just think he's, and I don't want to turn Kay's, Babe of the Week honor into something about Jason, but I'll just get into this real quick. I just think he is kind of boring. She also wrote the Pitch Perfect movies, which I don't think we needed 3 of them, but I enjoyed the hell out of the first one.
Oh, yeah. That was great.
I love singing in movies, and I love good choreography, as you can see in our music videos. Not that our music videos are as good as some of the stuff I'm talking
Don't sell
about.
our music videos
But
short.
it is.
Yeah.
But it is.
Thank you.
And yeah, so she's just a beast. She did a great job. Eager to see what she comes up with next.
Nice.
Who's your legend of the week?
My legend of the week, and I think you're going to be stoked on this one as well, is the Instagram account Get Strider Out of Benihana. This guy is just the super fan among super fans. He is the absolute legend. And dude, I don't know your real name, but you are there for us on every single post, every single podcast. You show your love day in and day out, and I just want to make you legend of the week because I just want you to know that it does not go unappreciated. JT and I always relish in your comments because they're so well detailed. And dude, Get Straight Out of Benihana, you really know us, and I think you could write. We ever needed someone to write a biography on either of us, you'd be the guy. Thank you for just being just an amazing dude and just an overall legend and just like a solid positive fixture in our lives. JT,
dude, he's a total beast. For those of you who don't know, Get Strider Out of Benihana is an Instagram handle, and a human being behind it, and he comments on a lot of our posts, and like Strider, Get Strider Out of Benihana. The thing that you're like so amazing at is that like I genuinely feel like you have like a stronger creative point of view than I do a lot of the times on stuff. Not that I'm like amazing at it, but it's me as me. But then when you do me, you're better at being me than I am.
Wow.
I feel like I'm in like a super dank version, like bro-y version, like just South Coast, Southern California version of like being John Malkovich. And I feel like when I read your posts, you've like climbed in to my head through like some kind of wave portal, and you're just like crushing it way harder.
Yeah, he's
a beast.
Sometimes I'm like, dude, is Get Straight Out of like, is this my mom? That's how well he knows us. You're making my mind work. Who's your legend?
My legend of the week is former NFL wide receiver David Boston. David Boston went to Ohio State. The Ohio State. That's how their alumni always say it in their intros during football games. And David Boston, he had one like remarkable. He had a couple good seasons, but he had one like spectacular season where he like led the NFL in receiving yards. I think he had like 1,600 for the Arizona Cardinals. And he was just a trippy dude. Like, for one thing, wide receivers are normally long and lean. I mean, they come pretty buff now, but for the most part, they're like long and lean. David Boston was like a Beachbody workout fanatic, so he had the most jacked arms you'd ever seen on a wide receiver. Like, it looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger was playing wide receiver, a black Arnold Schwarzenegger, but Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then one time, my brother and I had the honor and privilege of watching him play the San Diego Chargers. We were at the game, and my dad's friend Franz had binoculars, and he gave them to my brother and I. And all my brother and I did the whole game was look at David Boston's arms through the binoculars. And we just put him down and be like, dude, can you believe the pipes on this guy? And my brother was like, it's insane. And I think he had a great game. He had like 8 catches, 100 and something yards, and a touchdown. And we were just freaking out. Like, all the San Diego fans were like, why do you guys love this guy so much? And my brother and I were like, because he's jacked. Look at his freaking arms. He's playing wide receiver. And it ended up being like the worst thing that happened to him, because he got obsessed with being jacked, and he literally got too jacked to play football. He was a 260-pound wide receiver when he went to the Chargers the next year, and like his coaches were like, dude, you have to stop working out as much. And he did but he loved it because it got him attention too. So he did like a photo spread for ESPN where he was shirtless, and he had pierced nipples. And I was like, dude, there's a fucking jacked ass football player. He's too jacked to play football. Like, he's too muscular. And it was like stealing away from his fast twitch, who also has pierced nipples. And I guess I've read quotes from players on the team who are like, yeah, like you weren't supposed to hit David full contact during practice because it'd tweak his nipples. So he was kind of just too, his priorities weren't being a good football player. His priorities were like getting jacked and piercings. And that's cool because I love guys like that. He's kind of like in terms of just being too weird for the NFL, like a Division II Ricky Williams. Who should be a legend next week? I'm a legend you up next week, Ricky.
Nice.
Be ready for that.
Yeah, it's always interesting. Like, do you want to be good at football or jacked? And it's like, how do I choose?
Well, it's one of the weird sports where it's like, you kind of don't have to. You can be jacked and be good at football. But he was like, I want to be so jacked.
Yeah.
And he just he got too jacked to play football. How many people can say that? I got too buff to play football.
Yeah. That's huge.
All right, who's your beef of the week?
My beef of the week is with my treadmill. And it's not because my treadmill isn't working or anything like that. I'm literally just like, I just got back from a trip and I'm super psyched to attack it with sprints tomorrow. And I just want to sort of trash talk my treadmill before I just beat the fuck out of it.
What are you going to do to it?
I'm going to sprint the fuck out of it. You know, it's not my treadmill. It's at the gym. So there's like 20 there. I'm just going to talk to like it's just one treadmill. My beef was with you, treadmill, because I don't think you're ready for the heat I'm about to bring to you tomorrow. I'm about to rock your fucking world. And if you can't handle these sprints, if you're going to like do we can't detect the runner, or, we're going to make a weird noise, or, we can't go that fast, well then sack up, dude, because I'm coming in and I'm going to sprint the fuck out of you. So my beef is with you, just because I don't want to come in all friendly. I want to come in heated, ready to fuck you up, because that's what I'm going to do to you tomorrow, treadmill. I'm going to fuck you up with sprints. That's my beef.
Damn.
Who's your beef?
I didn't really have a beef, so I'm going to have to come up with one off the top.
Hit me.
I'm going to keep it sports, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I was more diverse. I'm going Bjorn Borg and John McEnroe, legendary tennis players. They played in like the kind of end of the wooden racket, like small face of the racket game, where you had to be more of an extreme kind of player. Like you either were serve and volley or a baseline player. And I think they personified the greatest of each. McEnroe with the serve and volley, Borg with the rally style. Guys, I'm really sorry if I'm off in my tennis game here too. I'm doing my best. And Bjorn Borg was the best in the world. He was like this like really cool, I think, Norwegian guy. Can I double check that real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys. Swedish. Damn it. And he was the best player in the world for a while. And he was very cool. He's like a cool customer. But McEnroe, do you know much about McEnroe?
Just that he's a big trash talker.
He was a wild man. He'd be like, are you fucking blind to the judge? He'd be like, you're a fucking asshole, you stupid fuck. He'd be like, fuck. He'd have like meltdowns while he played. He'd be like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
But so he was like, I think actually he was kind of despised by a lot of people because tennis is like a gentleman's game. Like golf.
He's kind of a bull in a china shop.
Yeah, he was an enfant terrible. And so he was frowned upon, but they would have epic matches, I think specifically at Wimbledon. And the first time or the second time they did it in like 81, Borg beat him. Next year comes around, they're sizing up for another finals match. McEnroe beats him this time and kind of mentally breaks him down in the game. Bjorn Borg retires. Just retired at the peak of his powers. Something that McEnroe did to him broke Borg and made him not want to compete anymore. And he kind of just gave it over to McEnroe, even though he could have had several more great years at the top. And then new rivalries formed. I think like Jimmy Connors and John McEnroe, two churlish American men. Yeah, I think it was just cool that those two guys were so different from one another and then also brought out the best in one another. So it's not as interesting as a beef, but it's that's my beef.
Beef.
All right. Let's get into some questions. All right, Chad, do you want to do our readings for the ads this week?
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. We know that you like to party. We know that you like to have intimate relationships with the opposite sex.
Or the same sex.
Or the same sex. Keep it inclusive. And we also know that, as a result, you probably like to have intercourse and or bone. So we want you guys to make sure that that experience is smooth, both in the way you do it, Barry White, candles, etc., but also in the actual intercourse itself, which is why you should use Douglas lubricant, the most versatile and the best lubricant in the business. We guarantee if you use Douglas, your partner will be screaming in ecstasy all night and will say, "Hey, where'd you get this?" And you'll be like, "Well, I heard about it on the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast, and I'm about to come." So check out Douglas lubricant if you get a chance. Thank you for that copy, Douglas.
Fire. Gunner, what up, Chad and JT? Love the pod. I was hoping you guys could help a brother out. Simply put, I want my ex-girl back. However, this won't be any average feat. We dated my freshman and sophomore year of high school, and she was my first girlfriend. I'm a senior now, and despite changes in appearance and mindset, my desire for this woman stays the same. In the midst of my pre-sleep routine, my thoughts stumbled upon the remembrance of her, and I couldn't avoid the sensation of a brisk and refreshing nostalgia. Long story short, she was a straight-up ride or die. Something I took for granted at the time. My main concern is that she won't reciprocate the same feelings. I decided I'm definitely going to give it a shot, but I don't know. Do I text her one day and take it slow? Do I come out and spill my emotions? I don't want to come off too aggro, but at the same time, I want her to know what's up. Once again, love the pod, love you guys, and hopefully y'all can help me regain the stoke I lost. Condolences. You wrote condolences at the end. I think you misused that, dog, unless you think someone's dead.
Yeah. Maybe he's just trying to make that a thing.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of like saying peace out. Condolences.
Movement rejected.
Like, can you imagine if Eminem at the end of Coachella is like, condolences, motherfucker?
That'd be pretty badass.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's cool.
So he's trying to get her back?
He's trying to get his ex back from freshman and sophomore year. He didn't realize she was a ride or die chick, which he took for granted. Now he's a senior and he wants her back.
And what should he do?
He's just wondering how he should do it, yeah.
That's the worst feeling when you're like, what did I do? How did I let her go?
Dude, I might just be in like a different kind of mood today, but to be completely candid, I think you're remembering it probably better than it will be.
That's a good point. That's usually that's 90% of the time that's the case.
Yeah. Like, you'll meet more ride or die chicks. It is cool that you value that. Like, I think that's a good thing to value is like a person's like loyalty and support, because that is rare to come by because we're selfish animals. But and you found a good one. But you're probably a good guy and you'll find another good one, dude. I think you're too young to be looking backwards.
Yeah.
Your life at this point should be about new experiences.
Yeah. What JT said.
What up, guys? Love the pod. Just want to say, please don't bring up something as stupid as the flat earth thing again. Made me want to turn off the pod and really killed my stoke. If that little foam ball had its own atmosphere and was so massive that its gravity can impact surrounding masses like the moon, then the water would not fly off as much as portrayed. Also, basic physics will tell you the force of a spinning object's centrifugal force points inward towards the center. I hope this clears things up. All love, brothers. Round Earth. J-Bone. Yeah, you're right, dude. My bad.
Yeah. That video was so convincing.
It was still a good video.
Yeah. I mean, sorry I don't know what centrifugal forces are.
You're a legend, bro. Dear JT and Chad, love the pod. Been showing my squad what keeping the stoke is all about since I started following the path to stoke enlightenment paved by you gurus and Paul. I have an inquiry for you boys, my only living source of stoke inspiration. Sometimes we all need a little help to keep our bronzes. Dude, I'm sorry, we can't find the rest of this question, so I'm going to guess as to what the rest of your question was. So you're saying here we all need a little help to keep our bronzes. I think what this gentleman is asking in summation is it okay to get a fake tan?
In dire situations, yes. JT?
Yeah, dude, I think go for it, man. I think you don't want to be the kind of guy who goes to get a fake tan a lot, but you can get a fake tan once in a while.
I concur. Solid question.
Yeah, it's actually a really good question. I've known this Betty I work at the same company with for a long time. We go way back to grade school. This broad has it all, boys. Humility, smart, sense of humor, drive, and she's a babe. She's the type of person you could plow all morning until the roads were cleared of last night's snowstorm and it was safe enough to bring her to your grandma's cottage for turkey sandwiches on rye. She would drop hints every time we'd grab a coffee or a quick business lunch that she was doing her own thing and single. She's pretty flirty with me and I can tell this Betty feels a good vibe when we meet up. I thought our conversational vibes in conjunction with her flirtatious attitude were a clear indication that a shot should be taken. Well, boys, shooters shoot. And on this occasion, my clapper dinged off the iron. I asked her out and she told me that she'd been seeing someone and didn't want to take me up on it out of respect to the newly flourishing relationship, which I respect if true. This happened several months ago, and now Cinderella and I still stay in touch. She'll invite me to coffees and even send me the rare text on occasion following up our in-person conversations. She's always so full of life and beauty that her glowing nature draws my attention like an O'Connor to a Toretto. At this point, I'm sadly still crushing on this girl. It's unclear if there's a path forward to capture her heart, if I'm just a pawn in her grand scheme of being chased. Is this great white buffalo just stringing me out because she likes the attention, or has a slam piece on the side? Did you gurus see a more enlightened path to slaying this immaculate dragon? I'm hoping your knowledge, all things carnal, can guide me my path further. Warmest regards to the squad and wish you the highest of stokes. JT from Minneapolis. Guys, Chad is the most tired my dog has ever been, but explanation must be given. My dog is a beast. He took how long was the travel day?
24 hours.
24 hours of straight travel, landed at the airport, came straight to my apartment, started working on different projects we got going. Then did you go to the gym?
I went before.
Went to the gym before, fresh off the plane, came to my place, worked on projects. Then we went and sat through a screening of a surf documentary, and then we came straight here to do this. So, just a lot of credit to my dog for having David Goggins like marathon abilities.
Thank you for being so understanding.
Dude, my dog, of course.
But you're so JT, I just want to highlight JT. You're a fucking beast. He's the legend among legends. Everyone knows JT is the foundation of this rock. So,
no, don't go there. I disagree full-heartedly. And so does my mom.
We're like, Mommy, those comments are not healthy for this.
Dude, I keep it real with my mom. Yeah, my mom was like saying how great Chad was and had little to say about me. And I just told her like flat out, I was like, Mom, you're hurting my feelings. And she was like, oh, Jean Thomas. My mom's from Colombia. She's like, oh, Jean Thomas, come on. I love you. You're the genius, best boy in the world. And I'm just like, just a little bit less of everything, Mom. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to disrespect my mother, but yeah, I'm a raw nerve.
No, I dig it.
All right, to this dude, I'm sorry, man. I got to drop, and I do this with great reluctance. I think you're a wonderful guy, and I hate to do this to you, but I got to drop the hammer of change on you. The amount of energy you're spending thinking about this girl versus the amount of energy she's spending thinking about you is so kind of clearly disproportionate that it's in your best interest and of you being the happiest you deserve to be to just move on completely.
I totally agree. I had the same thoughts swirling around in my noggin. And I think we've all been there. There's always that one girl who you're just like,
they've got your number.
Yeah. And like, you're just like, you can't stop, thinking about them. You just want them to like sit on your face more than like anything in the world. Such
a strong instinct.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, if she sat on my face, I know I'd be happy forever. I'd never want another thing in the world.
Yeah. And you just gotta let her go. And then the thing that's weird is that when you do let her go, that might actually happen, but you can't force it.
Yeah, because you're giving her poetry. I mean, she's pushing you into the poetic realm, which is like, that's what the ones you really crush on do. But she's not going to realize that until you're far down the road.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. Ryan, what up, bros? I am an avid listener of the pod and I actually want to say thank you for answering Jay and my question regarding elevating our corporate stoke a few weeks back. The advice was put into action and well received by our new colleagues. Colleagues, you guys had our back, so now I'm going to get you back by calling out my beef of the week from the April 4th podcast, Kevin. He wrote in asking your advice about a current predicament he finds himself in. He is dating this total babe, Becky, at his new high school in Cincinnati, but the issue is that her brother, captain of the hockey team, is the tough alpha dog at the school. He continuously beats on Kevin and his cousin Smiley, but now they have a chance to redeem themselves by challenging these jabrones to a race down a windy hill. Here's the thing. None of that actually exists because it's a premise from an absolute legendary movie, Airborne, released in 1993, featuring an epic cast, Jack Black, Sean Green, and Shane McDermott, VHS below. I have no issue with Kevin drawing a parallel in his life to this movie because if you haven't seen it, it is a cinematic masterpiece that hands down life lessons left and right. However, I do have an issue with Kevin taking the premise and making it part of his life. You guys give your time assisting other bros and sometimes ladies on how to best move forward with their trying times. Maybe you need some sort of internal panel that vets this stuff when needed. But either way, Kevin is my beef of the week. Keep raging on, guys, and thanks for continuing to be a beacon of light for those who need the guidance to get back on their path of stoke. P.S. I will be in San Diego the last week of May. First time out visiting some homies. I plan on bringing my board and getting a few tasties. If you want to introduce me to some of your favorite lineups, that would be most appreciated on this end. Peace, dude.
I guess we keep getting punked, dude.
Dude, how many times are we going to fall for this? Like, these are good movies, so the movie issues, when put into real life form, are hard not to take seriously.
Yeah, and especially because, like, whenever I hear these stories, or, like, whenever people tell these stories, you know, like, they're just so relatable and just, like, they just reel me in so much, and I just get so involved with them emotionally, and then, you know, thank you to the noble people always pointing out that, you know,
yeah, thanks.
that they're actually movies.
Thanks to you guys, yeah, keeping an eye on that stuff. And just, like, guys, like, we're empathetic listeners. Don't take advantage of that.
Yeah. But on a positive note, thank you for choosing dank movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've seen this movie. We just didn't, like, put 2 and 6 together.
Yeah, I think that keeps my stoke at a major level.
What up, Council? First off, just want to say I'm a huge fan of the podcast and other platforms. I love the vibes and wisdoms you spread. It has seriously changed my attitude day in and day out. My best friend and I are graduating from college in a few weeks. We have been dogs since 6th grade, and even though we went to school states away, we have remained brothers. To celebrate our graduation, we booked a trip to Ireland in the end of June. That's sick. The only thing is this is our final hurrah before we both leave to different branches of the military to pursue our dreams of special operations, which means we probably won't see each other for years. You guys are pretty, like, badass friend group. Yeah. Like, these are, like, you guys are, like, the kind of dudes that movies get made about. This is badass. What advice would you have to make this last trip with my best friend the best possible to carry us throughout the years? Any suggestions on places to visit? Also, what are your thoughts on bros having to share beds due to limited space and finances? Best regards. I'd prefer to remain anonymous. Ooh, I love that. I love that you preferred it. This was a perfect front to back. I love the anonymity. I'll jump in real quick on the beds. Dude, there's nothing wrong with sharing a bed.
Never.
It's super fun.
Cuddle.
Yeah, like, just joke around, be goofy about it, make fun of it, and then also it's like, that's the point you're at where that's the wisest decision to make. If one of you guys slept on the floor, I'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that at all. And they're going to Ireland, they said?
Yeah.
And they want other places to visit or within Ireland?
I think they just want, like, general ideas for how to behave on the trip, and then they also want some specifics.
Well, I've never been to Ireland, but I've heard amazing things about the Guinness factory.
Right.
Gotta check out the Guinness factory. Apparently it's shaped like a Guinness glass.
There it is.
Go have some Guinness.
Yeah, get drunk.
Yeah.
Is there waves?
There are ways. You can shred.
Yeah, Ireland's got shredding, right?
Yeah, it's cold as fuck, but you can do it.
Let's recommend it to these dudes.
Especially because they sound like hardcore dudes.
Yeah, they're adventurous. Yeah.
So get some wetsuits and go shred.
Shred together. That'll be a really fun memory. Just trust in Mother Nature and have a good time. I keep feeling like I'm doing like a little bit of like a sing-songy thing. I think my voice has been a bit sing-songy. Like I'm like, so dude, do the right thing and have at it, and then you'll be there. How about it?
This is JT the dog par.
Yeah.
With KSFM.
This is the dog coming at you. JT the dog. Welcome to KRS 97.3. Coming at me live, we got Chad. So tell me about something, Chad. What's it like to be a scion of the sea?
It's cool.
Well, there you have it, folks. It's cool to be Chad, scion of the sea. Coming back at you with more questions in just a second. All right, I'm dropping out. All right. Hey, Chad and JT, love the work you've been doing on the pod. You're my inspiration to embark on the spiritual journey for flow and self-betterment. I relate to Chad as it is in my nature to be a super chill dude, but a lot of people mistake my relaxed nature for a lack of masculinity and alpha maleness. I don't like uber aggressive douches who assume the alpha male role around women by just being super confrontational. How do I assert my male dominance while staying true to my chill self? John, it's a great question.
Yeah, if people are questioning you because of that is more to do with them than with you. You want to kick back, relax, and you don't want to get in people's faces, then I think that's probably one of the most alpha things you can do. So I'd say if anyone tries to like punk you for that or whatever, why does me chilling have to affect you in any way? Why don't you go work out or something? Go bake an apple pie. JT?
Dude, I would say don't get hung up on what they're thinking. To me, there's different kinds of alphas. Like an alpha doesn't necessarily have to be loud or quiet. To me, an alpha typically is the person who's the best. And like, what does it mean to be the best? It means like you're good at what you want to do. It means you work hard for the things you want and you oftentimes get them. So just be like super competent and good at whatever it is you're focusing on, and it'll shake out who the alpha is. Like, if they're being confrontational in front of you in front of girls, it's not working. Like, and if it does work, you're over it. Like, just keep moving. The way to prove to them that you're the best with girls is just like hook up with the girl. Like the guy who makes fun of the guy in front of the girl isn't winning by any stretch. You know what I mean? He's losing himself in the minor battle and forgetting what it's really about, which is like connecting with the girl. Because if you're making fun of a dude in front of a girl, you're not connecting with the girl. And dude, I've made that mistake before, so I did not feel like the alpha when I would make the funny joke and then my friend would go hook up with her. I definitely did not feel like the alpha. So yeah, I think there's a low-key way for you to assert your male dominance, and you'll seem chill while you do it. It's really just about staying focused on the greater goals. Don't get lost in the melees that these animals will try to draw you into. My dudes, listening to this podcast has already started to affect my life in the most excellent and positive ways. Since I started listening, I now take only cold showers, have quit porn for good, try to get out in bronze as much as I can, have turned down a job opportunity in order to keep my flow, and have attempted to cut my daily carb intake in half. This is a beautiful summation of what we believe in. I've slowly been observing improvements in my various aspects of my life, and I can thank you, bros, for inspiring this stoke deeply buried within me. So my question is, are there any other simple daily remedies that you guys practice and maintain in order to improve your quality of life? Not necessarily saying my quality of life needs improvement, but I'm always looking for ways to boost stoke. For sure, dude. We're optimizers over here too. Thanks, guys. Keep it up. Joe.
He's looking for anything else?
Just a new daily task that could help him boost stoke even more.
So what's he doing? He's doing cold showers.
Quit porn. He tries to get out in bronze. He turned down a job because they were going to make him cut his hair, and he's cut
beast.
And he's cut his carb intake in half. Could you get more? Like, that's just like, he hit everything.
Yeah, this guy's a legend.
Make your bed.
Make your bed. Eat spinach. That's what I do. I eat eggs and spinach, dude.
I like that. Work out a little bit each day. Journal. Dude, I always feel better if I journal for a couple minutes. Everything I'm about to do feels so much easier if I just journal for a couple minutes.
Yeah. Watch a David Goggins video.
Yeah, watch something inspirational every day.
Yeah.
Find something new to inspire you every day.
Yeah. Go towards what's challenging.
I know you'll hear all that stuff and you'll pick the right thing to do.
Yeah.
My dude.
Beast.
Carla, thank you. Carla, what up? My question is more for JT because he's a beast in the gym. Chad's a beast in the gym too. Like, I can't keep up with Chad on the treadmill, and I think he's probably surpassed me at pull-ups at this point too.
You're too kind.
But Chad, I'd love your input as well. I'm a girl that loves to go to the gym and lift weights. I don't put up crazy weight, but sometimes it seems to intimidate guys. What do you think? Is it too weird if your girl has some muscle to her? Thanks much, guys. Love the pod. Chad, how do I feel about muscly girls?
You love them.
I love them so much.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being a muscly girl. I think it's awesome. I think it's so cool to be fit and strong and capable. And dude, I always, like, when I used to go out with my crew, I'd always look around. I'd be like, dude, sometimes, the toughies stayed home. I'd be like, this is a pretty soft crew. If some hard ass tries to intimidate us at the bar, we're going to have to submit. And that was a horrible feeling. But if I have a strong, tough girlfriend with me, like when we go out, it's the same thing. I'm like, damn, dude, if anything goes down, like I don't expect her to fight, but I know she'll survive. And that means a lot to me. So I love having that confidence that just like the girl I'm with, if like we get stuck out in the desert, she's going to be like, she might save me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's value added.
Yeah, beautiful.
What do you think about buff chicks?
I love them.
Yeah, so keep working out,
Yeah.
Carla. Thanks. That's everything.
That's it?
That's everything.
All right, guys. That will be it for episode 15 of the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to check out our Patreon for bonus content, patreon.com/ChadGoesDeep. Keep sending the questions. We love them. ChadGoesDeepPodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to go on iTunes, give us a rating and a review because those help us out, and they are super greatly appreciated, my dogs. So thank you guys all for just being legends and beasts, and that goes both for male and female. And just stay stoked, guys. JT?
Stay stoked, Stokers.
Later, dudes.
What's with me?